Hello and welcome to the June 2020 episode of CORESafety TV, brought to you directly from the National Mining Association. As a safety and health management system, CORESafety brings everyone in the mining industry to a shared level of commitment that safety is our #1 priority. There are many reasons to put CORESafety to work at your mining operation. The objective of having 0 fatalities and a 50% reduction in injuries over a 5-year period of time is no doubt the main reason. Doing whatever it takes to send every miner home safely at the end of every day is another reason. But there's yet another benefit to using CORESafety. Hecla Mining has figured it out, and they've turned it into a campaign called Safety, Take It Home. It started with a safety share meeting where a Hecla geologist told a wonderful story about his children. Here's Hecla President and CEO Phillips S. Baker Jr. to explain more about the Take It Home campaign and the contest, which any miner from any mining company can enter.
This program is something that we've just initiated in the last couple of weeks. And what happened was one of our employees, as we do for every meeting, came in, a guy by the name of Jonathan Moore, who is a geologist for us and has a young family. And he said, I'm going to do the safety share. And we said, okay, well, that's great. Have at it. So he said that he was with his family in the backyard cleaning things up. They were digging, and his son said, oh, Dad, I need safety glasses. On his own. Jonathan didn't suggest it to him. He did it on his own. And this son, I don't know, was probably 6 years old. Then he goes and gets safety glasses. When he comes back, he sees his sister is there, who's a younger sister, and says, you need safety glasses too. He goes back into the garage and gets a pair for her. Then so they do this for a little while, and then the son looks around and says, Dad, can I cut the grass? And Jonathan says, yeah, I'll let you cut the grass. And he says, but he goes, Dad, to do that, I need to get hearing protection. So he goes in and gets these big earmuffs, puts it on. And then he comes out and Jonathan says, so what, let's do a take 5 as to what might go wrong, what the issues that you need to deal with. And so they went through all of that. And the thing that we were just so struck by is the impact that our CORESafety program has had on that young family. These kids are affected for life positively with this. And so we thought, let's do this Take It Home, where we can hear other stories like that really inspire you to take this CORESafety seriously and for it not to be perfunctory. And so that's the basis for which the program started. So we just started it. We're going to have some silver rounds that we'll give to the winners. And by the way, Nelson, if you have a CORESafety Take It Home story, please submit it to us. We'd be happy to give you a silver round. And any of your listeners, that would be great. It's a Hecla silver round. It's worth more than its weight in silver, I can tell you.
So we'll put up the email address later in the show where folks can enter the contest. By the way, I also had a chance to interview Hecla's Corporate Director of Health and Safety, Michael Wegleitner, and I asked him whether the company uses safety shares during meetings very often.
Yes, yeah, all our operations do daily, sometimes depending on the day. It's a group meeting with many of the departments or everyone that's on shift that day. Then it, breaks into smaller department down into even crews So yes, yep, every day, lot of safety meetings, and we do what we call a Take 5, which is a pre-task risk assessment that each individual does, but we also do it as a group sometimes as well during those meetings, where they take a look at the tasks, they think through the process, they look at the exposures that there's going to be, assess the risk, and then they, take actions to mitigate the risk, and then hopefully, then they do the job safely. So.
Great information there, Michael. Thank you for sharing that. And I believe that you have one more personal safety share story to share with us too, Phil. Is that correct?
It was funny. I was with my youngest son, who's 23 years old, and we have a place on a river, and the gangway had shifted, and what was apparent was the rod that was holding the gangway together had slipped out in part. And so we got a sledgehammer, and my son said, "Dad, you've got steel-toed boots on. You better knock that pin back in," rather than, he was in flip-flops, rather than him. And I was like, wow, that's pretty, amazing, because you think about a 23-year-old, they're gonna, grab it, and they're just gonna sort of rush through it. Because it was funny. He said, "Before we start, we should think about what the risks are of this job." And he said, "You should do this." So it's just amazing, the impact that this CORESafety has had. So it's been a multiple of people that have been impacted. It's not just the mines. It is the mines and all their families. And I can tell you, it's not just direct family members, but then it passes on to cousins and friends.
So you've heard a couple of great examples of how you can take CORESafety tips home and share them with your families, friends, and other coworkers. Now, if you would like to share them with Hecla and enter their Safety Take It Home contest, all you have to do is write up a true story or example of how you've shared safety tips at home. Doesn't have to be very long. Just tell us your story. Then email it to Luke Russell at Hecla. Here's his email address: lrussell@hecla-mining.com. Now, the deadline is Thursday, July 16th, 2020. So be sure to get your entries in before then. And by the way, as Mr. Baker mentioned, they will be giving away a Hecla Silver round to each of the first 10 people who write in and share their safety stories. So there's an additional incentive to get your stories in early. Okay, now it's time for us to do a quick overview of CORESafety's module number 2, responsibility and accountability. Take a look. An accountability system ensures all employees understand their specific roles and responsibilities and act consistently on those responsibilities. A successful accountability system includes all employees, clearly identifies the work to be conducted, establishes goals at all levels of the organization that are appropriate, attainable, proactive, directly aligned with achieving the 055 objective, and renewed at an appropriate interval. The Safety and Health Management System, SHMS, should contain performance measures that allow timely and meaningful evaluation of and feedback on progress toward successful completion of established goals. It should also include positive and negative consequences in the evaluation process. This begins at pre-employment and evolves with the individual and the needs of the organization. In every mining operation, accountability plays a major role. Employees are responsible for their own safety and for looking out for the safety of their coworkers. Consistent personal accountability is the desired state. And leaders should be held accountable for achieving the 055 objective by clearly defining roles and responsibilities of their employees, providing necessary resources, measuring, reviewing, and continuously improving safety and health performance, and leading by example. You can learn lots more about module number 2 by going to our website at CORESafety.org. All right, that's it for now. Watch for our next episode in July as we continue with CORESafety module number 3. Until then, please remember to let us know if you have any updates on COVID-19 activities at your operation. Be sure to follow our updates on Facebook and Twitter. And remember to email Hecla before July 16th to enter their Safety Take It Home contest and share your own safety stories. It's open to any mining company and its employees. And if you're one of the first 10 entrants, you just might win a Hecla Silver Round. For CORESafety and the National Mining Association, I'm Nelson Duffel. I'll see you here again next month. In the meantime, please be safe out there, and thanks for watching.
To share one of your safety stories, videos, or photos, email us at info@CORESafetyTV.org.